What's Cooking Wednesday. I'm Christy. This is the Second Chance Kitchen. Thanks for joining me today. So, I don't know if you saw, well, you may have. Yesterday I posted a cute little picture of a sketch that somebody had drawn while I was looking through one of my boxes for recipe today. So, Anthony, my husband, said, well, maybe it was one of those, you know, you can learn to draw something, you sketch it and you turn it in, you send it in for like a prize or something, or it's a contest. So I don't know, maybe that was what it was. I have no idea. But the teeth on that thing, woo, holy cow. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Let me show you what today's recipe is coming from, where it's coming from this big mama monster of a box. Look how big this thing is. Woo. It's big. But it opens like this. There's my ta-da for today. Anyway, so it was full of recipes. Here's the picture I'm referring to. That picture. Look at the teeth on that thing. Woo! And the nose. It needs a haircut. Anyway, today's recipe comes from inside this box. There are a couple I was looking at. I believe these were just hanging in there when I bought it. So there's a whole lot in there. Some of these are not good for What's Cooking Wednesday because they take too long, you know, you have to bake it or things like that. So I'll revisit those and make them as a video, but not as a live. So let me throw this over here out of the way. Well, not throw, but anyway, so today's recipe, here's what we're making today. We are going to make some hush puppies. Here's the recipe so you can see the handwriting. Right there, how's that look? Okay, so let me read what you're gonna need or what we need. Okay, so hush puppies. I don't fry a lot of things. You know what, let me get my grease warming up. Okay, while we're talking, got the grease going. So hush puppies, it says melt short. So I'm guessing that's shortening, right? So I'm getting that melted in the little cast iron. I don't have a fry daddy or a fry baby or anything like that. So anyway, so what we need today is 2 cups of cornmeal. I have yellow cornmeal. I didn't use white. I do have yellow because that's what I had on hand when I make cornbread. 1.5 cups of milk. I'll be using whole milk today. 1/2 cup of water. 2 teaspoons of baking powder. 1 teaspoon of salt, and 1 grated onion. And then it says fry in hot grease, deep. So we're gonna go as deep as I can. And so that's the recipe for these hush puppies. Now I love hush puppies. They're one of my favorite like sides, you know. And there are some places I don't consider the little long ones, skinny, like little tube looking things that people call hush puppies. I don't consider that a hush puppy. When I think of hush puppies, I think of the restaurant Mama John Silver. And those were probably the best hush puppies ever, and there's not a whole lot of those restaurants around, and the ones that are around, I don't know, I just haven't been to any to get any, but I used to love their hush puppies. I don't know if they're still any good. If you've been to one lately, let me know. But yeah, hush puppies are supposed to be round balls, right? Round balls, not long little skinny tubes, although those are good too, but I don't consider that a real hush puppy, but that's just me. Anyway, I did pre-grate the onion because I have never grated an onion before, and if you do, I suggest you have some Kleenexes nearby, because it's bad enough having to chop up an onion, and I don't understand these cooking shows where they chop an onion like live on the air and there's like no tears, there's nothing. And how do you do that? How do you do that? Do your onions just not make you cry? Because I don't know if I've ever chopped an onion that didn't make me cry. And I'm not talking about using your little tricks like, you know, I've got glasses on. That should be some type of barrier, but it's not. I've tried the toothpick in the mouth. I've tried putting it in the refrigerator. I've tried letting it soak or what, I don't know. They make me cry every time. So grating an onion, I was in here bawling. I was a mess. And now I think my whole house smells like onion. But it was a juicy one. So here is my grated onion. It wasn't super big. It was probably, let me see if I have another one about the same size. I guess it was probably around this size. So however big that is, that's about how big it was the one that I used. I didn't know if it was supposed to be a big one or not. It just said grated onion. But if you can find grated onion like already done, get it. Or just chop it really, really fine. I don't know. It's going to make you cry either way. So, anyway, let's get to cooking. Let me put my hair back real quick. I like my apron today. It's from Barcelona. My mom brought it back from when she went about that a couple years ago. Alright, hair's pulled back. Hands are clean. Apron is on. Let's get to making some hush puppies. Let me move you down so you can see what we're doing. Okay, and again, let me know if the angle isn't right, or if you don't want to see the cabinet. See, that's a little better. All right, so I've already measured my 2 cups of cornmeal. Let's add 1.5 cups of milk. I already put my 1/2 cup of water in here, so I wouldn't have to keep turning the water on too many times. So let's add some whole milk. Nice and fresh. 1 1/2. Pour that in. Maybe I should have put the dry ingredients in there. Oh well. In the sink. Give that a quick mix. Now we need 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Do y'all prefer yellow cornmeal or white cornmeal? Let me know. So 2 teaspoons. Here goes 1. And 2. And 1 teaspoon of salt. There's like no pepper or anything. I wonder how flavorful these are going to be. I like hush puppies that have lots of good flavor. Okay. Let's give that a quick mix and then we'll add the onion. Nice juicy onion. I'm excited about these because, again, I love hush puppies. So anytime I can have one, it's going to be a good time. Maybe. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I think that's ready. All right, so here we go. We're gonna take a scoopful and drop it in. Here we go. Oops. Why is it so? Well, they're gonna be hush puppy, I don't know, mounds. It should be thicker. I think so too. But I'm following the recipe. Oh, that's not holding together at all. Oh, hello, Mr. Expert. Come on in.
Just like use your tongs.
I can't because it's gonna fall apart. They're sticking to the bottom. Anthony walked in. See, they're sticking.
You just gotta work them. They're flipped.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. I'm gonna try one.
This one looks pretty good.
Yeah, they look good. But they all look like they're ready. I mean,
I just don't want them to be, since their batter is so liquidy, I just didn't want them to be mush inside. Okay, I'll take them out.
yeah, this looks very watery.
Yeah, the milk is just like sitting on top of the cornmeal. I don't like that. That doesn't look good at all.
Nope.
Like, it's a good thing I'm ambidextrous. I'll use my left hand. That way I don't cover up the camera so much.
Yeah, I don't know why that came out like that.
Alrighty. First batch
Is that a good color?
is out. What do you think? What do y'all think? Let's see. Ooh, hot. And two. Now I'll take these out before they burn. Look, little crispies. This little piece looks done. Look at that little piece just floating around. Ooh, looky there. Look at that. That looks like a hush puppy. Looky there. Look, y'all, it's a ball.
It looks like one.
It looks like a hush puppy. Let's flip this one. Oh, got a little part that's stuck. See, the first batch of everything always turns out terrible. Your first batch of tortillas, it turns out bad. But the more you roll, the better it gets. So here we go. The more we fry, the better it gets. Okay, sorry about the last video or the original one. Apparently my phone was too close to the stove and it got too hot, so it just it said it needed to cool off. So I did just want to hop back on real quick and show you what I'm continuing to do. Here we go. Here's what's left of the batter. I did sop up some of the milk on top because it was just getting very, very soupy. So let's go ahead and try one. We'll try one of the nicer ones that look like a ball and not one of the first ones that look like creatures from outer space. So, all right, so here is our hush puppy. We're gonna make hush puppies today, so let's give it a try. Cheers. Mmm. Whew. Yeah, it's steam. Mmm. Okay, they're definitely crunchy. They're kind of bland though. You can taste the onion, but honestly, it needs some spices. It's not bad though, not bad. Minus the excess liquid on top and me not knowing what I'm doing. They're not terrible. They're super, super crunchy. And there's the inside. You can still see maybe the steam coming up off of it, like in front of the microwave. Anyway, they're not terrible. I just think they need some more seasoning. Yeah. So give it a try. Let me know what you think. Let me know how you do with frying hush puppies. Maybe cut back on the liquid or add more cornmeal. Add some spices to it to your liking, something other than just onion. It's not a bad base start. So thank you for putting up with me in the first part of the video, part 1. This is part 2 of our hush puppies for What's Cooking Wednesday. And let me show you the recipe real quick one more time. There we go. All right, I will see y'all next week. Thank you for joining me again, and thanks for staying in there and laughing with me and learning with me and teaching me some tips and tricks on how to fry things. Have a great day. I'll see you next time. Bye.